Damian Priest vs Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn kicks off Monday Night Raw in his match against the Judgment Day member Damian Priest. The Judgment Day member sets Zayn in a headlock before slamming him on the mat. He proceeds to wear him down with kicks before putting him in a headlock again. The tag team champion manages to dodge Priest's clothesline, but his opponent counters and hits him with vicious chops. Priest rolls out of the ring and Sami Zayn bounces off the top rope into a moonsault onto his opponent. The tag team champion kicks and wears down Priest. Senor Money in the Bank gets back on his feet and suplexes Sami Zayn before attempting a pin. A charged-up Sami Zayn slams into Damian Priest as they continue to brawl outside the ring. Sami Zayn slams Priest back first on the announcer's table. On commentary, Michael Cole mentions Punishment Martinez, in reference to Damian Priest's former gimmick. Sami Zayn hits Damian Priest with a sunset powerbomb off the top rope followed by an unsuccessful pin. Sami Zayn dodges a corner slam before hitting his opponent with the Blue Thunder Bomb as he attempts another pin. Damian Priest gains control and gears up for Razor's Edge, but Zayn slips out. He counters it with a slam, but JD McDonough appears out of nowhere to create a distraction, enabling Priest to hit his signature move and pin him for the win. Damian Priest defeated Sami Zayn. Following the match, Priest walks away, leaving Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens to launch an attack on JD McDonough, sending the Judgment Day a strong message ahead of Payback. Moving to the next segment. The Miz as LA Knight on Raw. The Miz mocks his Payback opponent LA Knight by dressing up as him as he makes his way to the ring. He mocks Knight's style of talking as he brings out a bag of LA Knight merch. As he fumbles to get under fans' skin, he says, "Hell yeah," before reverting back to Knight's style of "yeah" catchphrase. The Miz returns to his normal self as he continues to trash-talk the 40-year-old WWE star. The A-lister sends LA Knight a message ahead of their clash at Payback. He claims he will end Knight and he will win, and it is the Miz's time, imitating Knight's style. Moving to the next match. The New Day vs the Viking Raiders. Ivar and Xavier Woods start the match with the former displaying an immense amount of strength, wearing him down. Matt Riddle and Drew McIntyre are seated ringside, keeping an eye on the tag teams battling away in the ring. Ivar sets Kofi Kingston in a headlock in the middle of the ring. The New Day member tries to get up to his feet but is knocked out again. Ivar hits him with vicious elbows into the turnbuckle. With some help from Valhalla, Ivar slams Xavier Woods off the apron as he tags in Eric into the match. He attacks Kofi's ankle before tagging Ivar back into the match. Ivar wears Kofi Kingston down, keeping him in the corner. The New Day member manages to tag Woods in, who kicks the Viking Raiders before gearing up for a drop kick and attempting a pin on Ivar. The brawl spews outside the ring as Drew McIntyre slams Kofi Kingston and the Raiders with a chair. The duo work in unison as they slam Kofi Kingston before pinning him for the win. The Viking Raiders defeated the New Day. Moving to the next match. Ludwig Kaiser vs Chad Gable. The two start off the match attempting to set each other in headlocks. Gable attempts to gear his opponent for the suplex, but he manages to dodge. Chad Gable focuses on Kaiser's left arm as he struggles to grab the bottom rope. The Imperium member counters and hits his opponent with a series of punches followed by a shoulder tackle. Gable then chops him across the chest before setting up the ankle lock. Their fight spills out of the ring as Chad Gable sets Ludwig Kaiser in an armlock off the ropes, but he counters. Ludwig Kaiser hits Chad Gable with a running uppercut as Giovanni Vinci and Gunther look on. Chad Gable slams Ludwig Kaiser across the ring in a series of belly-to-belly suplexes. The Imperium member breaks it up with a headbutt and pushes Gable shoulder first into the post. The two men exchange chops in the ring before the Alpha Academy prepares for the German suplex. Kaiser attempts a pin but his opponent kicks out. Gable lands on his feet following the moonsault as Kaiser dodges. He slams his opponent before attempting a pin, but the Alpha Academy member kicks out. Kaiser struggles to get back on his feet as Maxine Dupree teases a hint of concern. Gable sets up the ankle lock and attempts another pin that is broken up by Giovanni Vinci. Otis comes to Gable's aid as Imperium throws him out of the ring. Chad Gable vs Ludwig Kaiser ends in a draw. Gunther gets in the ring and sets Chad Gable for a powerbomb, but he counters it into an ankle lock that's broken up by Vinci and Kaiser. They beat him down for the ring general to be successful in hitting the powerbomb. Moving to the next segment. Seth Rollins kicks off his addressal to fans by using Bray Wyatt's signature words, "Yowie wowie." The Visionary then talks about his payback opponent before calling him out for a confrontation on Raw. As Rollins is about to exit, a vignette plays featuring Nakamura stating that he wants to take the Visionary out. He added that he wants to be the one to destroy Rollins to the extent that his wife, Becky Lynch, would need to assist him in everyday activities. The champion claims his broken back did not prevent him from becoming world champion and vows vengeance at Payback. Shinsuke Nakamura attacks Seth Rollins from behind before making his exit from the ring after laying the champion flat on the mat. Moving to the next match. Tommaso Ciampa vs Bronson Reed. As Ciampa makes his entrance, Reed attacks him from behind. The match is officially underway. Ciampa pounces on Reed from off the top rope and continues to land punches. Bronson Reed body slams his opponent as he struggles to catch his breath. Ciampa gets up to his feet and slams Reed. The two fight off the apron with Tommaso Ciampa landing face first into the steel steps. Ciampa hits Reed with the Willow Bell followed by a running knee. He attempts a pin but Bronson Reed kicks out. Ciampa's multiple attempts work in his favor as his opponent slips and he rolls him up with a pin for the win. Tommaso Ciampa defeated Bronson Reed. Moving to the next segment. Rhea Ripley talks about how Raquel Rodriguez faked an injury to pull one over her eyes. She added how the championship around her waist proves her accolades in WWE. Raquel Rodriguez interrupts Rhea Ripley as the two get engaged in a brawl. Rodriguez overpowers the Eradicator with a fallaway slam. She turns around to Dominic Mysterio on his knees as he tries to escape. Ripley uses the distraction and tries to hit Rodriguez with the Riptide, but the latter manages to outmaneuver her. Moving to the main event. Becky Lynch vs Zoe Stark. Falls Count Anywhere match. Stark enters with kendo sticks which Becky Lynch manages to grab away and uses it to beat Stark. The man sets her opponent in a submission using the stick as grabs the bottom rope. Trish Stratus uses the kendo stick on the man as she runs out of the ring and gets ready to attack Stark. Lynch jumps off the top rope onto Stark and attempts a pin. Trish Stratus tries to help Zoe Stark with a chair but accidentally hits her by mistake. The 29-year-old sets up the chairs across the ring before setting Lynch for a superplex. She gets Lynch on the top rope as the man fights back. Zoe Stark loses her balance. Trish Stratus assists her by distracting Lynch. The Hall of Famer plays mind games on Becky Lynch as she attempts to attack her with the kendo sticks but the man smartly turns things around. The man chases Stratus out of the arena with continuous hits. Zoe Stark attacks the man with a steel chair from behind to break it up. Becky Lynch has Zoe Stark through the crowds. She climbs up on the barister and jumps onto Stark before slamming her into the barricade. The man attempts another pin as her opponent kicks out. As Becky Lynch tries to get a table out from under the ring, she is met with a slide dropkick. Stark drags Lynch back into the ring and attacks her knee with a chair. Becky Lynch sets Stark for a suplex on the announcer's table but Trish Stratus disrupts her. The Hall of Famer hits the man with a bulldog on the table as Zoe Stark attempts another pin. Trish Stratus and Zoe Stark use the numbers to their advantage and attack Lynch. The three stars get up on a table where Stark accidentally throws Stratus off the table. The man then pins Zoe Stark for the win. Becky Lynch defeated Zoe Stark.